Oh, this is Specialized Diverge, and well, they market it as a perfect getaway bike for adventures and nature, and yeah, it is. It really is. Probably need to say more than just core and doing skids, really, don't we? Come on, let's go and find out about it. So, what's this thing like to ride? That's really the most important question. And I have to say that my riding, especially my gravel riding, requires quite a bit of road riding to get to the gravel. There's not a huge amount of it in the local area, but there's enough of it that makes it fun. So, the Diverge on the road, perfectly capable. It used to be Specialized gravel race bike, and I think it's still a very, very fast machine. Once you get it onto the gravel, then that composure that comes from the geometry and the wide tires really just allows you to enjoy the place that you're riding in. You can absolutely blast around on it if you want, but at the same time, you can kick things back and just take it easy. Personally today, I think I'm gonna, press on the pedals a little bit more, because it's absolutely freezing. One of the main features that you'll find on a Diverge is a very boingy front end. This is the FutureShock 2.0, and we have actually been quite critical of the FutureShock system in the past. But with this 2.0 version, you get a much more refined system. You can lock it out, you can fine tune via the dial up here how much boing you want. And at its maximum boinginess, you will get 20 millimeters of travel, but you won't get that much big shock protection. This is really more for smoothing out these little bits here and just keeping you a bit fresher, making sure you're not so fatigued. I'll hop off the bike for this bit because we're talking about the group set. Now, this is Shimano's GRX Di2 group set. This is the 2021 model, the 2022 model. For this bike, at this price, you're gonna get SRAM's rival ETAP group set. That's no bad thing. Both group sets are brilliant. Which one you choose generally comes down to personal preferences over the stuff like the shape of the levers and stuff. Personally, I absolutely love these levers. I think they're a real highlight of this GRX group set. The shape is really, really angular. That means that it's really easy to lock your hands in. That just means a secure hold. The brakes on these with the servo wave technology, absolutely spot on, really progressive braking. It just means that it's so easy to modulate your power, of which there is plenty. As you can see, we have got a 1x setup here. You can get 2x GRX. Personally, I don't think you need it. No, I'll rephrase that. I don't need it for the riding that I'm doing. If you need it, you need it. It's fine. At the back, we've got a really wide range cassette. Personally, that's wide enough. The shifting is really slick, despite the pretty big gaps between the teeth. Moving on down further to the back of the bike, you've got the GRX clutch mech. Works quietly, doesn't really offer too much of a fuss. Now, riding gravel in the UK means that you're undoubtedly going to hit some mud at some time, and that means that your tyres are going to get clogged with bits of gravel and stone, and they are eventually going to start flicking their way up onto your down tube. The down tube is not the most sensitive area, but Specialized has still put some protection right down at the bottom bracket to stop the worst of the stone hits from chipping your paint, maybe causing wear to the carbon down the line. It's not hugely necessary, I don't think, but it is nice to have. We've been testing out the new NV foundation gravel wheel. No, these NVs don't come as standard, unfortunately. So look for a review coming on them on the site very, very soon. They are A-OK. Specialized is using what it calls its most progressive geometry yet, and that effectively means that the wheelbase is quite nice and long, everything's quite slack, and they quicken up the handling with a very short stem. You can barely see it. So between the progressive geometry, the way the carbon absorbs those small little bits of buzz, the massive tyre clearance, and, well, the FutureShock at the front as well, you get a very, very calm ride over the gravel lanes that we've been riding here on Salisbury Plain. So the Diverge, who is it for? Well, up until a few months ago, this was Specialized do-it-all gravel bike. This was winning big gravel races over in the US. It's still a bike that you can ride really, really fast if you've got the legs for it and you want to. But then at the same time, they've got the Crux for that now, which is lighter. It has no mounts. It's got a bit more of an aggressive geometry. This, it has the mounts to take loads of luggage. You can really slow down. You've got the swap box in the down tube there. So I think that whilst Specialized is definitely marketing this as their more adventure bike now, you can still go and absolutely blast your way around gravel roads like these, well, just as fast as you like.